Morning, Patriots. To the folks who don't rely on legacy media for their truth, welcome back to Pardon the Curiosity. So the weekend, storm of receipts, revelations, and a reminder that when America leads, the world listens. Let's get into it. This weekend, the FBI finally briefed Congress. China mass-produced fake U.S. driver's licenses in 2020, all of which are tied to potential mail-in ballot manipulation. And they knew it back then. But instead of telling the people, they buried the report. All while Democrats and media mouthpieces called anyone questioning the election a conspiracy nut. Well, the tinfoil hat crowd just got upgraded to national security whistleblowers. This wasn't democracy in action. This was foreign interference, ignored because it was politically inconvenient. And ICE agents arrested Alexander Palacios, a Salvadoran national convicted of murder, attempted murder, and sexual abuse. You'd think deportation would be automatic, right? Wrong. Under a Biden-era policy, Palacios had deportation protection because he might feel unsafe if returned to El Salvador. You heard that correctly. This man butchered, assaulted, and terrorized, and our government gave him a pass in the name of compassion. Compassion without consequence is not policy, it's betrayal. And America should protect citizens, not enable criminals with a sob story. Well, let's get into it. This weekend, President Trump did what 4 administrations only ever threatened to do. He took out 3 of Iran's top nuclear facilities in one surgical bunker-busting airstrike. Gone. Precision hits, no American casualties. Why now? Why him? Well, let's rewind history. George W. Bush warned Iran not to enrich uranium. Obama said all options were on the table. Clinton said she'd obliterate Iran if they attacked Israel if she were elected president. And Biden, I don't recall, maybe offered some vague warnings with no teeth, but none of them pulled the trigger. Trump did. And now, the same people who once rattled sables are screaming, "Impeach! War criminal! He bypassed the Constitution." Give me a break. Well, let's talk about the Constitution then. Article 2, Section 2 of the U.S. Constitution grants the President the role of Commander-in-Chief. That means when there's an imminent threat to national security, he doesn't need a permission slip from Congress or a vote from some committee of career politicians. This wasn't a declaration of war. This was a legal targeted military strike fully within the powers of the presidency. And for those clutching their pearls over authorization, let's not forget Obama dropped over 100,000 bombs during his presidency, including drone strikes in 7 countries, without any declaration of war and rarely with congressional debate. The media didn't call him a war criminal. They called it diplomacy. But Trump does it once, clean, precise, and justified, and suddenly it's the apocalypse. Spare me. And don't forget, Trump gave Iran notice. He told them, stand down, stop enriching, stop threatening. And their response? Basically a middle finger to the global community. So he answered with bunker-busting precision. And it worked. Iranian nuclear development crippled. American credibility restored. The world put on notice. Oh, and for those wondering, there were 2 Democrats that were contacted before the strike. Chuck Schumer, he didn't answer the call. Jim Himes did, but the White House kept the briefings limited because, frankly, they don't hand classified, well, I don't even want to say classified, top secret operations to people who leak faster than a Chinese spy balloon. So now what? And this wasn't the end of something. It's basically the opening moves. So what happens next? Well, let's talk about what's on our minds. Will Iran retaliate? They've already promised to respond in kind, but what does that really look like? Will they hit a U.S. base in the region? Will they strike Israel or toss eradicated missiles into the direction of U.S. troops? What about the Straits of Hormuz? Iran is threatening right now to close it. That would basically choke off nearly 20% of the world's oil supply, could possibly triggering a global economic panic. But remember this, that strait isn't just theirs, and our Navy doesn't bluff. Here at home, well, let's not forget the real wild card, sleeper cells. For years, we've warned about bad actors crossing the southern border, and under Biden's borderless American fantasy, who knows how many operatives have walked right in. Terror cells, cyber attackers, lone wolves. And now, with Iran embarrassed and enraged, you think they won't activate something domestic? Well, we'd be fools not to consider it at least, right? So anyways, talking points. The strike was clean, strategic, necessary, but the danger isn't over. It's just changing shape. We need vigilance, we need intelligence, and basically we've got a president who won't blink. So while the media weeps and while the left leaks and lashes out, real Americans stand proud. Because when our troops are in the sky and when our president follows the law, and when our enemies finally understand the price of crossing us, in my mind, that's not chaos. That's how peace is earned, through strength. So to end this, God bless our troops, God bless our president, and God bless the United States of America. This is Pardon the Curiosity. Like, share, subscribe, and stay bold, because truth doesn't leak, it lands.